All right, so I'm late to the party, but I think it's okay because we're talking about off-season future predictions and future seasons rather than what's happening in the rest of the playoffs. That should be really interesting though with the Pelicans, but the topic of this would be the Kings. Um, after finishing like amazingly wise last season, here we are. We're just like not back to where we were before, but losing in the play-in is something in itself. Like that essentially makes you a bottom half team, and I think it would be inappropriate and like kind of ignorant to go into next year with the same exact team. Like Sabonis is who he is. He doesn't have the rim protection that you want, but he gives you 25, 10 and 5, and he'll put up like 60 straight triple doubles, or excuse me, that would be insane, double doubles. Fox is pretty much who you expected him to be as well. Maybe he wasn't as dominant as you would have expected coming off of him like outplaying Steph Curry and other people as well, like in the last playoff series. But I guess has room for improvement in itself. You know, should we be proud of losing to the Warriors last year and then we beat them this year, so that's good. Um, Besides the jokes, yeah, it seems that like some of the role players are kind of not deteriorating, but like becoming less significant, more obsolete in the lineup. Like how long can you expect Harrison Barnes to be like a quality player on your team? And even if Harrison Barnes is himself for 5 more years and the Sabonis Fox duo stays together, which the latter is more likely than the former. But besides them though, Keegan Murray, he had a good season. Um, Not much to be said about that. That's literally just what happened. But like, you probably expected more out of Kevin Carter and Davion Mitchell and Chris Duarte. It's like, what even happened, man? I don't even know. But I think what the Kings would probably try to do is like this weird thing of let's get a third guy to compete in the West, but let's say that third guy was if the trio were to happen, if it was like Sabonis, Fox, Levine, if the trio was Sabonis, Fox, DeJounte, Sabonis, Fox, Jimmy, like how far does that really get you? Especially seeing that that would probably take like role players to do that. Like, would you be able to keep Barnes? Probably not. Um, anyway, if I don't know, other trios exist within the West. You have Jokic, Murray, Aaron Gordon. That's debatable at the moment with him or Porter Jr. But you have them, Cat Edwards, Gobert. There might be room opening up in the future. Like if the Lakers lose and it's like a bonfire of disaster, then they might try to do something, try to take a step back. That's unlikely though. I honestly doubt that. But like I was saying, what would let's use Levine as X player, even though it's probably not gonna happen. But Sabonis, Fox, and Levine, what would that trio really get you? And I think what the Kings suffer from is that they don't have a top 10 player. And if you look at like the past, you know, maybe even like past champions of this century, they either had a top 10 player or somebody doing their best impression of a top 10 player. Like they like really performed like one in the playoffs. And I think that's what matters. But yeah, just like the landscape and the way they're set up, I don't think they would be able to trade for a top 10 player. That would probably like completely dismantle the team too. I think at the moment they're just okay with being a good team. And I know I said before losing in the play-in makes you a bottom half team, but it's different in the West, and there's so many good teams, and if it was more dispersed within the league, then that would be that. But I think they're cool with what they are now. Sabonis will make third team and be an all-star. Maybe he won't, but he'll come close to it year and year. Hopefully Fox can make the all-star team and do something like, I guess, like the accolades don't really matter. Like at the end of the season, when you lose in the playoffs, it's not really something that's like, oh wow, I'm really happy when reflecting on this. Like we had two all stars this season. It's not like that. Like it's, I think that getting like the assistance of all stars helps when it only really matters when you have like good role player performances, and like they kind of missed on different draft areas, like um acquiring Chris Duarte was another whole thing. Uh, but Davion Mitchell, his defense is there, and that's his own case. But I think you just need to do something. You can't go into next season not doing anything and just expecting different results. That's psychotic.